morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. Now that I have sufficiently covered the Dev Ganas, Gana matching, I directly start diving in deeper into these kinds of cases. Okay. Now we're going into Maga Nakshatra, which is Rakshasa Gana. So Rakshasa Gana pairing. It's going to be quite intense. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. So back to the screen. Now we have put moon of woman in Maga Nakshatra. In third position from that, the man's moon is in Chitra Nakshatra in Libra. Remember, Chitra Nakshatra, two padas are in Virgo and the last two padas are in Libra. All Mars Nakshatras, right, go two half between air and earth signs. So first two padas in the earth sign of Virgo, of Chitra, and the last two in Libra. So let's see what this brings about. This is for Maga Nakshatra matching. So let's see the dynamics. This will play out very differently. Also, I have added the Rakshasa Gana factors, the Gana matching. So that you get a deeper idea. The whole thing is to have a deeper idea about how the dynamics plays out. Questions have been asked, something similar to people who want to put down astrology especially. They will say, okay, Mr. Arun, if everything is predetermined, why do we need to know all this stuff? Anyway, I'll go through the stuff life as it is. That's a cop-out, in my opinion. That's like saying, I've already got all these things on my plate. Let me just deal whatever happens in life. That is not taking ownership. You don't have any ownership of your chart. You don't want to know anything about it. You shut it off. That'll be foolishness, in my opinion. Once you know there is a science like this, it only makes sense to study it more detail. Anyway, back to Magha, which is Leo. Leo woman, Chitra, in this case, Libra man. The moon matching, always as a sidebar, always first matching is given preference to moon nakshatras within natal and navamsha in Jyotish, classical Jyotish, okay? First match the moon, then go to Mercury, Venus, and other aspects. Ascendant, Venus, Ascendant and Moon first, and then rest comes later. Just remember that in mind. I have put the files in the community post, my Google Drive. You can do your own analysis, you can do your own studies. This is a vast, vast science. No point in holding back things. You can search my Google Drive and all the files which I'm sharing. You can do your own GPT business also, okay? Okay, this pairing is where authority meets aesthetic intelligence, a bond where presence fuels effort and effort returns admiration. How does that work? The Leo woman has kind of authority, dignity, pride, and leadership kind of memory, sovereignty, legacy consciousness, self-respect, and command of space. Powerful words. Maga is not loud by default. She is internally grounded. Means Maga people moon have what internal sense of self-worth they carry. Chitra, Libra man, on the other hand, has a mind of an architect, aesthetic intelligence, design, instinct. These people are creators, very strong creators. Relational calibration, fairness, refinement, visual, emotional precision. Chitra is very precise. Chitra is highly creative. Chitra doesn't just relate, he constructs the relationship. He wants beauty, symmetry, and mutual elevation. Remember, it's in Libra. The beginning part of Libra is Chitra. So the 311 axis always plays a crucial role. The axis relation. Effort versus fulfillment, expression versus validation, creative output versus social admiration. Leo, third from Libra, initiating presence, courage, and expressive force. Libra, going forward, 11th is Leo. Gains admiration, relation, success, and public appeal. Strong friend and lover hybrid. This is a friend and lover, 311. Upachaya axis, therefore, has a potential of improving through time. Everything is just a potential, folks. Any astrologer who comes to you saying this is definitely going to happen, that is definitely going to happen, run from them. Seriously. Save yourselves the time and the effort. Don't buy anything, study yourself. You have a mind after all. Feminine moon, Magha woman, bonds through respect, loyalty, emotional courage, and recognition of rank. See, the Rakshasa Gana factors start playing in. Very strong energies, very tamasic energies. Expresses love by protecting, leading, and standing tall for the bond. What does she need? She needs acknowledgement without dilution, devotion without submission. She feels safe when her authority is unquestioned, her past is honored. Keywords for her being loyalty, pride, anchored affection. They need a lot of recognizing. Maga people are hungry for recognition. Power rooted femininity, not softness. This is not Devgana, folks. Now you got into the hardcore stuff. You might come across many narcissists also in this. It's a popular talk, isn't it, out there? Minarchics and so on. Masculine moon, Chitra man, bonds through intensity, fascination, co creation, and mutual magnetism. Expresses love by refining the bond, designing experiences, elevating the couple image. What does he need? Desire mirrored back, admiration without control. Libra does not do well with control, whereas Maga wants a fair degree of control. There's a little bit of thing there, isn't it? Feels secure when the relationship feels alive, impressive, emotionally charged. Keywords here being aesthetic dominance, relational mastery, magnetic presence, and erotic intelligence. Libra has a lot of erotic intelligence, naturally. Therefore, the sexual intimacy dynamics plays out as overall tone magnetic, performative, pride charged, and visually arousing. All the keywords of Maga and Chitra are captured there. Desire grows through mutual admiration. Sexuality is confidence driven, not needy in nature. Strong eye contact, presence, posture, and energy exchange happens. The erotic charge increases when she feels respected, he feels desired and chosen. Okay? The bold initiation, the mutual fascination. We look powerful together. This is that kind of intimacy. Risky words. Again, there is risk in every relationship. Ego standoffs, power symmetry struggles, admiration turning transactional. Always a risk in any relationship, it runs dry, isn't it? There has to be the emotional base for everything. Otherwise, it will become like Purva Bhadra Padatra Bhadra. Everything is burnt or crisp, and then you're wondering where your emotion is. Beauty versus authority clashes, withholding validation as control. Now, this is the important part. A Rakshasa Gana overlay. What does it give? Both are Rakshasa Gana in this case. So the high emotional voltage is there, strong sexual life force is there, zero tolerance for dishonesty is there. You can see on social media, many people come out saying, I don't like people telling me lies and he cheated on me, she cheated on me. Very strongly they tend to be forceful about their stuff. That is zero tolerance for dishonesty. There will be Rakshasa Gana for sure. Loyalty demanded, not requested. We'll do some more Rakshasa Gana so that you get the idea of how hectic this can be. This pairing doesn't dilute intensity, it amplifies intelligently. The danger is if neither yields emotionally, it becomes a cold war of pride and aesthetics. Rakshasa Gana unions thrive on truth plus courage, not comfort. Okay, that being one. Now let's take another one. Where is my screen? Okay. So the next one, let us move the moon to Krittika in 10th position. That means to say the first pada of Taurus, or the next three padas of Taurus, sorry. The first pada still comes in Aries. So the dominant position of Krittika, which happens in Taurus. So Maga moon for her and Krittika moon for him. So there's a 10-4 dynamic. Okay, let's see what that brings. So Krittika Nakshatra in the 10th place from her moon, which is in Maga Nakshatra. Let us see this dynamic, how it plays out. Again, both are Rakshasa Ganas, so let's keep it that way. The 10-4 axis. This pairing is authority anchored by survival instinct. The Maga Leo woman has got, again, dignity, command, and legacy consciousness. Maga woman actually lives in the 10th house frequency by default. She is oriented towards status, recognition, and rightful positioning in the world. For Maga moons, Generally, position and leadership is extremely important. They are centered for that. Krittika, on the other hand, in Taurus, is a precision man, is a survival fire, protector instinct, boundary enforcement, material grounding, and endurance. It's a sort of quiet dominance. Now, the both are dominant, Kritika and Maga. Kritika doesn't nurture softly, he sharpens, protects, and sustains. In Taurus, this becomes a blade which is steady, not impulsive. Kritika's symbolism is a knife, it cuts through things. It is that part of the nakshatra which is the severing of the cord when a child is born. That is Kritika. 10-4 access, public authority versus private security, visibility versus containment, status versus stability. Okay, so how this plays out. It's the Kendra axis. He's talking about Kendra axis, but not really true. It can be moon in any position. Okay. The feminine moon. Just let's take the qualities. Bonds through respect, loyalty, role, clarity, and recognition of rank. She wants her place in a relationship. She's looking for a place everywhere. Maga stands for symbolism of the throne, the royal throne. Essentially, you're looking for a chair to sit on. Think of it that way. Expresses love by leading, representing, protecting the bond's status. Status is very important for Maga moons, right? Feels safe when her authority and emotionally supported, not questioned. Sovereignty, dignity based attachment, legacy bonding, command with care are her signatures. What about him? In Kritika, provision, protection, consistency, and physical emotional reliability. He wants reliable stuff. Expresses love by holding the ground, sustaining resources, enforcing boundaries. Now, both are these very highly boundary creatures, Maga and Kritika. Relationship is predictable, loyal, and materially safe for him. So the sexual intimacy changes here. Overall tone is one of grounded, commanding, slow burn, and territorial. Slow burn, why? Because it's 10th place, 10th dynamic. Desire grows through trust and stability. You have to give this relationship quite a bit of time for each one to adjust their boundary requirements with one another. Sexuality is embodied, not performative. Touch, communications, possession, and reassurance. A lot of touching needed as reassurance, like hugs, like hand holding, because both have very strong boundaries. It cannot necessarily be very intimate kind of touch either, but very frequent and very assuring, reassuring. Rhythm is slow, deliberate, and deeply physical. Secure attachment, grounded dominance. You are mine and I will hold you. Intimacy. Okay, this is a signature. It's important to understand these keywords when you're always dealing with these things. Even if you're using ChatGPT to correlate files here, my caution to you is be careful of correlating stuff which does not make sense. Be careful of correlating anything without understanding the basic signature of nakshatras, which is in the 27 nakshatra playlist on this channel. You can first have to understand the nakshatra itself. The risk keywords in this dynamic is power, rigidity. Like I said, both want very strong boundaries and very strong power recognition. Control battles over roles, emotional suppression. It's always a problem matching Rakshasa Ganas because emotion gets dry really fast from both parties. Duty replacing desire, silent resentment, the kind of cold relationship as it grows. See, relationship is, if you're talking of marriage and having children and going through life together, it's an obvious given that there should be something growing through time. Each one is going through their own Mahadasha. Each one is going through their own Antardasha. And each one has other planets and other Ganas as well. Do you get a glimpse of how complicated this thing can get between two people? This pairing can build empires, homes, and legacies. It's good for something else. May not be necessarily at home. The danger is if neither softens emotionally, the bond turns functional but cold. Cold marriages. Typically rich people, I would say. People not holding hands in public. People not holding each other's waist in public. They're not hugging in public. They're not doing anything. If they're not doing anything anywhere, what's the point in a relationship? Well, these people just build legacies. They build empires. You know, the Donald, Elon Musk, 101 relationships, but nothing is fruitful. They didn't enjoy it really. Best for those who value security, loyalty, defined roles, legacy building, and grounded intimacy. Not ideal for those seeking playfulness, emotional fluidity, or constant novelty. For that, you should go to either Manushya or Devganas. See, you take your pick. You choose your relationships properly. That's where this kind of science becomes really useful. You don't have to go through 101 shrinks and relationship counselors for this. You can directly jump into the boat, start understanding, and work with one another. I shall do some more Rakshasa Ganas, I think, but in a different ascendants, so that we get a different view of things. I'll see you in the next. And if you have some modes you want me to match, just leave it in the comment box. I'll be glad to help. But just don't give me mismatched ganas. We are doing only matching ganas, please. Take care.